Remember the first time you saw a blue alien soaring through the sky? Or a truck transforming into a robot? Or a T-Rex roaring on a rainy night? Or a half-naked little crackhead running around? The CGI in these moments was so good that they burned themselves into our minds. But lately, it doesn't inspire or innovate like it used to. Now it's become so wildly uneven in quality that it feels like we're just watching big balls of colorful mush crashing into each other in slow motion. So today, I thought we'd get to the bottom of a question I've had for a while. Why does CGI feel boring now? Part 1. It's all Disney's fault. Kidding, but like, not really. See, Disney bought Marvel back in 2009 for $4 billion, but all that would have been worthless if the first Iron Man didn't work. If they couldn't make us believe that a normal guy could build an iron suit
with a box of scraps!
I always love using that clip. Then we wouldn't have gotten the most lasting character in the entire MCU, and Robert Downey Jr. wouldn't have become the movie star he is today. Doing that weird hand dance he's always doing? Seriously, what is that? Stop that. All of his suit-ups in later movies would get more and more insane, that it almost makes you forget the wonder of the first time he put on the Mark III. Oh! No matter how many times I watch this, it's still so badass. And back then, it was revolutionary to watch this new superhero in action. But when it came time for Iron Man 2, they needed to go bigger. So they got 2 Iron Man suits. Well, maybe for the third one, they'll take it easy. Nope. There's like 40 flying around doing crazy shit, but people ate it up. And Marvel learned that if they just kept adding a little bit more stuff every time, the piggies would keep watching. One hero wasn't enough, you needed a team up. Earthbound threats weren't enough, you needed a cosmic one. A single universe wasn't enough, you needed a damn multiverse. And when Disney Plus came into the picture, in competing with all these other streaming services for a monthly subscription, and always looking for reasons to justify the next price hike, now we got a bajillion other movies and shows that made it all about quantity and not quality, until what was once an awe-inspiring example of CGI became buried under a mountain of different versions of it. And it's not just Disney. The same goes for Transformers. By the time we've reached this noise, you almost forget how good it looked the first time they did it. Shots like these were iconic, but they start to lose their meaning a little when studios keep recycling them every chance they get. But it's not just sequels that keep diluting the greatness of CGI. People forget one very important thing. Part 2. We used to film things for real. If you look back at the first Jurassic Park, you know they kept it all grounded, with real, practical dinosaurs that they could wear and puppet around. When the plot needed to slow down, they actually made this animatronic Triceratops that Dr. Alan Grant could rest on. There was no question that these dinosaurs were real, because you could see it up on screen. Tangible things the actors could interact with and cry over. A huge difference from something like this. Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer had no idea what she was touching on set that day, and I bet she didn't even care. See, when you're at the point where the audience can buy something like this, then they're way more likely to also buy this. Practical and visual effects working together is what made these moments so visceral and memorable. It's something that each new Jurassic Park movie slowly forgot. In the modern day versions, pretty much every shot is just people reacting to nothing. Then they throw that footage to a team of visual effects artists that put the CG dinosaurs in later. And yeah, it might play well in a movie theater, with the sound turned up and everything, but you get this disconnect with what's happening on screen. Things just don't look like they exist in the same world. Like, there is no way everyone here is not getting the shit stomped out of them in 2 seconds flat, you know what I'm saying? When I saw Civil War for the first time, I remember how weird it felt when Tony lifted up his helmet and it looked like they just copy-pasted Robert Downey Jr.'s head onto a fully CG suit. It might not be immediately obvious to the average moviegoer, but too much of this floating head stuff, and the effect really starts to fall apart.
You guys are so screwed now!
But when you take the time and effort to design a real suit that an actor can physically wear on set, the difference is pretty noticeable. With enough planning, you can give Nick Fury a real gun to hold, not a dollar store prop. You can have Elizabeth Olsen and John Krasinski on set together, but nope, you can't even do that.
No, I've never met him.
You don't know him at all? You were in the same movie.
So instead of investing time and resources into making elaborate costumes or building out detailed sets, you got all green screens all the time. Hang in there, Gandalf. It's gonna be okay. Oh wait, no. It's actually gonna get much, much worse. Part 3. The Friggin Volume. See, one of the main problems of filming against blue screens or green screens is that the lighting of the actors and the lighting of whatever background is supposed to be behind them will never truly match. But what if you could build a giant LED screen that acts as your background and as your light source? The technology of the Volume is actually pretty amazing, and it works really well if you frame it artistically with a DP who knows how to use it. But if you're just filming it in bland wide shots like this, yeah, the magic is gone. The Obi-Wan show did this all the time. Every episode had a scene where you could tell, apart from the tiny bit of set our actors were standing in, the rest just had an artificial screensaver wrapped around it. Sure, it was more efficient than just using green screens and guessing what it might all look like, but in the end, nothing beats the real thing. Sitting in the quiet of the morning fog, feeling the heat of a real fire with smoke and ash. And yeah, all that takes a ton of effort, like location scouting, getting permits to clear out busy streets, flying crews of hundreds of people across the world. But what you get in the end is reality, not just a screen trying to imitate it. Man alive, I hate this shot. When you're too sheltered in a studio, audiences can tell, and it's cute you think we can't. So get off your asses, guys. Actually earn that paycheck and go outside for once. Sheesh, it's not like Disney can't afford it. So why is it that Avatar, a franchise famous for shooting indoors without any green screens or volumes, can feel so much more immersive? Yeah, the characters and the environments are all CG, so of course they match perfectly. But it's not just that. James Cameron had the idea for this world since he was a kid, and ever since then, he and a team of artists created new species and ecosystems on Pandora. They pushed realistic textures and lighting to create Na'vi so sexy, so lifelike, that people couldn't help but fall in love with this world. The years they spent researching new technology like simulcam and facial capture paid off, because we see the results on screen. When you dedicate the time to polish things as far as they can go, it gives you worlds you can imagine visiting. But what good are those worlds if we don't believe the characters living in them? Part 4. Emotions before explosions. Look back at any of the all-time greatest CG characters, like Davy Jones, or oh, sorry guys, something caught in my throat. The mocap that brought each of them to life was like magic at the time. Taking simple dots on a face, shooting them into a digital world, and having them push and pull points on a CG model. But you know what? Back then, it wasn't just the mocap that made these characters work. Older CGI was so good because we actually cared about the characters. We followed Caesar from when he was a tiny baby, through his early years developing from a curious little George, until James Franco abandoned his ass and he was like, this mother. And when it came time for his master plan of escape, we felt it in our bones. When he finally became the leader he was born to be.
Take your stinking paw off me, you damn 38!
Get f***ed, Malfoy. It's been fun watching the technology advance these past few years. And yeah, we still care about characters like Thanos, Hulk, and The Thing, but whenever movies give us these one-dimensional bad guys, talking about mother boxes for 2 hours, or giant creatures that just destroy everything, it starts becoming visual noise. Big-budget movies don't need crazy CGI, though it does help, I'm not gonna lie. No. The real reasons these movies hit and last in our memories is the little moments that characters share. Seeing what Peter Parker would say to Bucky for the first time.
You have a metal arm?
What Scott Lang would say to Steve Rogers.
I believe this is yours, Captain America.
What T'Challa would say to Clint.
I'm Clint.
I don't care.
Plotting their interactions throughout the battlefield was so fun because we already knew these people so well. The fact that it was pretty much all shot with green screen was fine because these characters mattered way more than the effects. When an action scene only relies on CGI, you're left with things just happening. And sure, things just happening might look cool in a trailer. It might get our blood pumping when we see CGI monsters fight. Okay, that's pretty dope. What am I talking about? But it ends up being all spectacle and no meaning if we don't care about the people. Who was that? Glup Shitto? Whatever. It all leads to one final reason why CGI doesn't feel the same anymore. Part 5. People have gotten pickier. Okay, this one's actually kind of our fault. Back in the day, there was no Rotten Tomatoes or social media to influence public opinion on a movie. If you saw Phantom Menace opening night and thought Jar Jar Binks looked a little off, the most you could do was tell your friends the next day. Yeah, that guy looked a little weird. but that was it. Negativity was kept in check because we didn't have a million different outlets to express our every little concern. But now, not only can we type out our one-sentence movie review for everyone to see, now a trailer drops and an army of people in the comments can't wait to clown on it. We're quicker to criticize, harder to impress, and used to perfection. What else can you expect when the algorithm on YouTube now promotes negativity until we've become experts all of a sudden, taking to Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter to tell everyone how Marvel fell off, or how stupid the next Disney live-action remake looks, or how the next Sony movie looks like it has PS2 graphics. Their words, not mine. It doesn't help that even directors make fun of their own movies.
Does that look real? In that particular shot, no, actually.
And even well-respected actors are taking shots.
CGI is for losers.
It's gotten so bad that when big studios release behind-the-scenes footage now, they'll purposely change the colors of the green and blue screens to be gray, like they're embarrassed they even use them at all. How do I know this? They don't even do a good job of hiding it. When even Tom Cruise himself is denying the use of CGI.
We got to do all the jets practical. No CGI in the jets. I'm saying right now, no CGI in the jet.
Oh really, Tom Cruise? Because these look like CGI jets to me.
All of the flying that you see in this picture, everything is real.
Liar. You are a liar, sir. Yeah, you better run. Honestly, what chance do these artists have anymore of being recognized for all their hard work? Remember the visual effects studio Rhythm and Hues? Of course you don't, because after they created groundbreaking CGI for Life of Pi back in 2012, they went bankrupt right before winning the Oscar for Best Visual Effects that year. Protests formed outside the awards ceremony that night where artists fought for better treatment, but Hollywood tried to hide it.
Sadly, Rhythm and Hues is suffering severe financial difficulties right now. I urge you all to remember.
But look, CGI hasn't gotten worse. It's actually better than ever before. We're just constantly calling out the bad examples that we don't see the good ones coming through. No one really talks about the transparent robot in Ex Machina, or the futuristic cities in Blade Runner, or the colossal sandworms in Dune. The technology that brings these movies to life is still there. And I will take one, please. Just charge it on my second credit card and don't tell anybody about it, okay? Examples like these sneak by the mainstream because they're so flawless that they almost become invisible. It reminds us, CGI is still amazing, if we know where to look. The iconic examples of the past don't need to fade away. They're still here, inspiring whatever movie comes next. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble. Hey, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.